Today, we're talking about the NBA draft. There are a number of prospects in this year's draft who we first met here on Sports Stars of Tomorrow. For this week's 5-star feature, we're sending it to Joe McCann, who visited a likely top 3 pick in Las Vegas. Hello, Joe.
There are a few different ways to get to the NBA these days. There's the traditional route of being a high school star, playing in college, and then getting drafted. Some players go overseas for a year. There's now Overtime Elite in Atlanta. And then there's G League Ignite. Based in Las Vegas, it's a team that allows a few select prospects to play in the NBA's G League and earn a salary until they're draft eligible. Scoot Henderson, a Georgia native who will turn 19 on February 3rd, is in his second season with G League Ignite. Playing against pros to prepare for the next level while not having to leave the U.S. was just too good of an opportunity for him to pass up.
Really, the main thing was me wanting to play the highest level of competition I could at 17. And, just having my family with me. I feel like those two are the main aspects of going into this decision. And it played out well, so it betters me. It betters me as a player. It gives me that bump that I'm trying to get used to head into the next level.
Scoot previously played at Kell High School in Marietta, Georgia. The 6'2" point guard was a 5-star prospect in the 2022 high school class.
I feel like Georgia just has a lot of talent that you might not even know of. I feel like it's definitely one of the top states when it comes to that high school of Georgia. I feel like just good basketball everywhere you go in Georgia. I'm a dog. That's how I kind of describe it. I feel like I could do multiple things on the court, but most importantly, it's what's inside me that really speaks out to the audience and the people who matter.
In May of 2021, Scoot decided to reclassify to the 21 class and join the G League. And while casual fans may not know all the players he's facing, they are pros, and they do make a teenager like Scoot have to work a little bit harder.
It might be a player you might not even know. It might not a player you never heard of the name, never seen the name on a stat sheet or anything like that. But they're going to be probably come in and have 20 or have a good, productive game. And it's really, really underrated when the people see it on the screen, but it's tough.
While Henderson has missed some time with injuries over the past 2 seasons, he's shown plenty to keep his draft stock sky high. He's considered by many as the top American prospect in the 2023 draft class, with only French phenom Victor Wembanyama rated higher.
I work hard, so it's a blessing, obviously, to be on their little mock drafts, but I don't pay attention to it at all. I see it, but my focus is, working hard every day and trying to get better at something every day, whether it's, just getting some conditioning, bettering myself as a person.
While there obviously aren't as many eyes on the G League as there are on major college basketball, NBA scouts know that a potential franchise player is quietly working on his game in Las Vegas. And you can bet Scoot Henderson's name will be called very early in this summer's draft. In Las Vegas, Nevada, I'm Joe McCann.
Thanks a bunch, Joe. Always love your work with these young players. We're now going to head to Atlanta for twin brothers who also took a non-traditional path to the NBA. Overtime Elite just concluded its second season. The Upstart League pays teenage basketball players salaries while also allowing them to finish their high school degrees as they prepare for professional basketball. When the league began forming in 2021, it needed to recruit some high-caliber athletes to get off the ground. 2 of the first commits were Amen and Ausar Thompson, who had previously played at Pinecrest High School in Florida.
We gravitated to OT because, they had the best trainers. They have coaches that have been at every level, especially the level I want to get to the NBA. It was an opportunity I wanted to pursue because it was a pro environment, great trainers, just people who have been there. And I just felt like it was the best way for me to develop.
Why were the Thompsons such a priority for Overtime Elite? Because they were 2 of the highest rated prospects in the 2022 high school class. They started turning heads when they played varsity as 8th graders for Pinecrest, and they would go on to lead the team to a state title in 2021. Both Amen and Ausar are projected first-round picks in this year's NBA draft. They're both 6 feet 7 inches tall, and they have the versatility and athleticism that NBA teams crave at the guard spot.
They are unique athletes. They are what you want to describe as being elite. They're generational type kids. The things that they do with the basketball is stuff you can't really teach, but they work on it as well. But they have such a unique skill set, and each one of them is different. But they have such a unique skill set that it translates right into the NBA.
I bring scoring, facilitating, defense, a guy who go hard, not worried about scoring, but I could score. I would say I'm a really good, I feel like I can facilitate really well. I can attack the rim well. Defensively, I feel like I'm one of the best defenders.
After a successful first year with Overtime Elite, the boys are continuing to grow as the league does. Their days are usually pretty full with classes, training, and scrimmages.
They have school during the morning, or maybe in the evening. Sometimes we have practice within, and then they have some time to do some skill development, and then they have stuff they do with overtime off the court in terms of content and building their brand as well.
You know, being around people who have the same dream as you feel more motivated to achieve it and achieve it with them. So I feel like we built like family up here. It's easy to bond with people who have the same interests as you.
Players here also learn more about building their brands through social media, which has been helpful for Amen and Ausar, who had mostly stayed off social media in the past. They still don't post a lot, but they at least understand how it can be used to benefit them financially as their popularity grows.
One thing I learned is you have to have some stuff up there. Like before I signed with OT, I had one Instagram post ever. When I first got here, I wasn't really like a social media guy, I would say. And they showed me the importance of it and how it like helps with brands and stuff. And they've done like a really great job of getting me more comfortable with it. It's fun to have like fans, but people who are also like rooting for you. So I feel like I have a lot of people like that rooting for me and the men, you know. They love to watch us play, so. And I guess it inspires me to post, I guess, sometimes.
Fans who constantly study mock drafts are probably well aware of who the Thompsons are at this point, but more and more casual fans are starting to learn as well. Their highlights are very popular on Overtime's platform, and now the league is streaming games on Amazon. Soon enough, though, the Thompsons will be in the NBA. After taking this new path to get there, the Thompsons are confident they'll be ready for their next challenge.
Since I was young, I always believed I was going to be a top pick in the draft. I was going to be in the NBA. It's actually really cool when you think about it. It's not very far away. And I don't think about it all the time, but every time when it hits me, I'm like, oh snap, that's crazy. Because you've been thinking about it your whole life. It's really great knowing we're like this close to the first half of the dream. You know, just getting drafted is part of the dream, but that's not the whole dream. The dream is to be one of the best players ever. So getting drafted is just part of it. And I'm gonna be really excited when the day comes.
Thanks for checking out Sports Stars of Tomorrow on YouTube. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a like, and please subscribe to our channel so you see all of the latest content.